sheep, Pastor Jay here from Know the Truth. I got an email from a woman who lives down the street. She doesn't attend my church, which is why I'm surprised that she even wrote me. Her letter had to do with prayer. Without further ado, I'll read the email. Dear Pastor Jay, I have been praying real hard lately so I can get some help from Jesus. I have prayed and prayed for Jesus to help me find my keys and to make sure I get good grades, but so far, nothing. He hasn't helped me one bit. I started thinking that maybe I wasn't praying right, so I researched how to pray, or maybe I was just asking for the wrong things. I found a great 13-step tutorial on a WikiHow site. Step 8 even says, praying for grades and money is not considered to be a selfish prayer, as it may be the right thing for you to receive. So I must be doing it right. But still, nothing. This stuff is really important, so why won't he help me find my keys? Doesn't he want me to get good grades? If he can't help me with these things, then why should I bother praying at all? What good is he? I'm starting to think that he doesn't love me at all. Failing class, keyless, and feeling unloved, Annabelle. First thing is that God helps those who help themselves. Did you look all over the house for your car keys? Under your bed? In your neighbor's bedroom? How about your other neighbor's bedroom? Are they still in your car? Just remember that when you find these keys after all that searching, God did it. As far as your grades go, did you study hard? Did you research the topics? Did you pay attention in class? If you get good grades, guess what? God did it. Let me give you a few examples from my own life to show you how God helped me when I helped myself. A few years back, I was broke. Christmas time was coming up and my girlfriend's 7 kids needed Christmas gifts. So I prayed and I prayed and I prayed every day, morning, noon, and night. I worked a ton of hours, I worked a bunch of overtime. I did a few side jobs at some truck stops. And I even worked online as a webcammer. Guess what? The kids got their gifts. Guess what? God did it. Another example is a couple months after that, I lost my job. So again, I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And I even fasted. So I spent weeks filling online applications, submitting resumes, networking, talking to those truck drivers that knew me so well. And before you know it, I got another job. Guess what? God did it. The final example is a few weeks ago, my car battery died. I had some money saved in the bank. I went to the local AutoZone and I bought a battery. The entire time I was praying, by the way. I got back, I installed the battery, and guess what? The car started. Also, guess what? God did it. Now, to draw an example from something that didn't happen to me personally, a few years back, the undefeated Patriots were going up against the New York Giants in the Super Bowl. Everyone on the Giants team prayed, including me. I prayed for the Patriots, but I admit that I wasn't a good Christian back then. Anyway, the Giants won thanks to all the prayers from the Giants fans. Guess what? God did it. Now, you also mentioned that you went to WikiHow to learn how to pray. First, don't go to wiki anything. If you must go to an informative website, go to Conservapedia. Now, the internet is a playground for atheists and for people that make satire out of things that are really, really important to other people. By the way, YouTube is a playground for satire. Also, pornography is on the internet. That's why you should stay off the internet altogether. One last thing about your WikiHow reference, I didn't read it. I already know it's wrong. The fact is, if you don't hear God talking to you in your head, you're not really a true Christian, and he's abandoned you. Now here's how to fix that. Come to my church, sign my contract, and pledge your allegiance to me and to God. Give me money, openly hate Obama, and anyone who violates the laws in Leviticus. There are more rules that God has personally told me about, but I can't tell you what they are because you're not a full member of my church yet. As far as asking, does God care about your car keys and does God care about your grades? He wants all those things, but just remember, God's only out for himself. It's not what God can do for you, it's what you can do for God and me. Now, why should you bother praying at all? Because if you don't pray, he won't get the recognition that he deserves, and he'll send you straight to hell. He's actually pretty good at not sending people to hell if they do what he tells them to do. This isn't about love, this is about following orders. Basically, he loves you if you follow the orders. Now keep your chin up. You're gonna find your keys, and based on your email, I'm somewhat positive that you'll get mediocre grades. Just remember to always give God the credit. Thanks for watching.